What if I told you that your subconscious mind doesn't need to be reprogrammed because it doesn't exist in the way that you think it does? A lot of people spend a lot of time repeating endless affirmations, listening to endless subliminals while they sleep, not realizing that it's this belief that they need to reprogram something that is creating the limitations and the obstacles that they're trying to overcome. So to get straight to the point, the main reason you don't need to reprogram your subconscious is because everything is a reflection of what you are conscious of being. So in other words, you can be conscious of being someone who feels they need to reprogram their subconscious mind, or you can be conscious of being someone who already has what they desire. So in other words, when you feel that you need to reprogram your subconscious mind, you're creating a reality where you need to reprogram your subconscious mind. Or you can create a reality where you already have what you desire. Because there was a time in my life where I spent years doing everything that was out there, the vision boards, the subliminals. I would even wait for the universe to give me a sign if I should do something, move in the direction I wanted. I wouldn't even take any action unless I got a sign from the universe. And what ended up happening is I would just wait forever for signs to come, or wait forever to feel as if I had properly reprogrammed my subconscious so that I could experience what I desire. So I know it's easier said than done to move into your desired state of being, so now I'll go over a few ways that you can use to move into your desired state of being so you can manifest what you want and, experience the desires that you want to experience. Now the first way is super simple, and all you need to do is surrender, rather than waiting for signs, or waiting till you've done enough affirmations, or waiting until you've reprogrammed your subconscious mind. When you notice you have a desire for something, whether that's wealth or health, or anything else, just surrender to that desire. Ask yourself how you would feel if you had it, and how you would see the world if you had it, and surrender to it. You don't need to know exactly how it's going to feel, but you get to discover how it unfolds. You get to discover and grow that feeling within you. Let it start as a seed, and just surrender and let it grow. Because what can hold a lot of people back, and even something I do myself from time to time, is I try to force myself into a certain state of being, or try to figure out exactly how I would feel, or try and figure out exactly how my life would look if I had what I desire. And, this can be frustrating and it can leave you stuck. So just surrender to it and let your desires grow. And over time, you'll become more familiar with your desires, or maybe you'll find out you don't really like how you thought it would look initially, and you can change it. You can prune what your desires look like. You can prune the undesirable aspects of your state of being so that you can give more energy to what you desire to experience. So you can give more energy or light or consciousness to who you want to be. So the second step is pretty similar to the first one, to surrendering. It's just an extra step that you can add on to take it one step further. Now, what you want to do is, let's say there's a certain job you want or a certain career, and when you surrender to that desire and you start to feel it grow, notice just what's going on in your body. Notice your thoughts and emotions, and notice how you feel as that desire grows. Notice how maybe you would like to change your posture, or how you speak, or how you, just do things in general, and let that follow your desire. Because our body is part of the universe, and it's the very first thing that's going to respond to your new state of being. So don't fight the new you that you're becoming, just surrender to the you that you're becoming. And let's say you've been in an undesirable state for a long time, and you're having a hard time overcoming the negative thoughts or the negative emotions. They're not you, so you can just notice them and let them pass. You don't need to fight them, and you don't need to wrestle them and change them. Simply be still and notice them, and then you'll have the space to start moving into your desired state of being. And then you can start growing those new desires from there. And something to keep in mind while you're doing any of this is to not put any pressure on yourself. All this is surrendering to and discovering who you want to be in each and every moment. So the first two steps really just boil down to surrendering to your desire and letting yourself discover who you become and how you start to act. You don't need to force it, you just need to notice the changes that are happening within yourself. And again, if you have a hard time dealing with the negative thoughts and emotions, don't identify with them. They're not you. They're just something you've created, so just notice them, don't judge them, and it will give you the space you need to start noticing what it is that you desire and noticing who you want to become. So the next step I have for you is called revision. A lot of people talk about it, so you've probably heard of it before. And essentially all you do is you reimagine a past event into what you would have rather have happened. So for example, let's say you've been trying all day to surrender to your desired state of being, but you're having a hard time doing it. And it's the end of the day now, and you've had no success with it. You've tried giving yourself the space you need from the negative thoughts and emotions. Just revise it. Imagine you've had a great day maintaining your desired state of being, that there wasn't very many negative emotions you had to deal with, or thoughts, and it will change the experience you're having of today right now. We're all manifesting all of the time in this present moment, so the past doesn't determine what you can start creating right now. And it's easy to get stuck in loops of negative thoughts and negative emotions. It happens to everybody. It happens to me too. And what I do a lot, if I feel like I'm stuck, is I just revise my day. Now, it doesn't change the past, but it changes my experience of it. And revision is really powerful because let's say you're someone they get a bonus, they get some extra money, then all of a sudden they need new tires for their car or something in their house breaks. You can revise it, and something revision does really well is it breaks the cycles and the patterns that we tend to experience in our lives. Because revision doesn't change the past, but it changes the stories that we tell ourselves. And since we're the main characters in those stories, the stories we tell ourselves become who we are, and who we are becomes what we experience and what we manifest. So something to keep in mind about revision is you don't need to wait until you've had a really bad day or wait till the end of your day to revise. Let's say you start the morning and you've noticed you're not maintaining your desired state of being, you can revise that right away. It's just a manifesting tool to keep in your back pocket because it's really handy. Neville Goddard calls them pruning shears, or the pruning shears of revision. So if you imagine your desires as some sort of vine, you prune the stuff that isn't going to bear fruit. You can prune the negative states of being and revise them into something that matches what you desire. Now, the final way I have for you to move into and maintain your desired state of being is just consistency. It's really easy to start watching endless videos or reading endless success stories or doing all of those things, and then what happens is you'll end up not practicing the tools, not maintaining your state of being. And while these success stories and these techniques can be really inspiring, they're not moving you into your desired state of being. They're more so distractions, and it's something I've done from time to time. I'll look at a certain success story to see if what I want to manifest is possible or how others have done it, but all you need to worry about is feeling yourself to be the person who has what you desire. So that's all for this video. If you got anything out of it, make sure to leave a like, and if you have any questions or gained any insights from this video, make sure to let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.